Emmy Awards, he continues to revolutionize the sports media landscape as chairman of the USFL's Board of Directors. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for Mr. Eric Shanks.
Thank you, JJ, for that amazing introduction. I would love to have you follow me around everywhere. Wow, looking out here today, I honestly feel like this is real for the first time. So many people that we're going to thank today have been working on this for a very long time. And we just couldn't be more excited to be here today to start a new piece of football history. At Fox Sports, our entire business is built around football. We were literally born to do football back in 1994. And when this opportunity came to start, especially when we started talking to the folks here in Birmingham, we know that you share our passion to celebrate football as much as we do. You know what it means to the players that get the opportunity to play this great game. You know what it means to be able to bring more football to this community, to its businesses, and now to the entire country. And that's why we're all here today, to officially kick off the USFL headquarters here in Birmingham, Alabama. You look great today, Reggie, by the way. Great jacket. But we couldn't be here today without the help of many people here in this room and the organizations that they represent. So I'd like to take a minute just to acknowledge and sincerely thank a lot of the individuals for their support in making today a reality. We already have a great relationship, and over time we look forward to strengthening it even more during our first season here in Birmingham. First and foremost, I'd like to thank wonderful Mayor Randall Woodfin, City Council President Wardeen Alexander, and the entire City Council here in Birmingham. Our esteemed Alabama State Senators that are here today, Jabo Wagner and Roger Smitherman. Thank you very much. Our Jefferson County Commission President Jimmy Stevens and the Jefferson County Commission. Thank you very much. And Tad Snyder, who is always somewhere running something in the back. He's the man who's actually going to make all of this happen, right, Tad? He's the Executive Director and CEO of the Birmingham Jefferson Civic Center Chief Executive Office. Thank you, Tad. And of course, we couldn't have done this without the greater Birmingham Convention and Visitors Bureau pitching in as much as they did. So thank you all again very much. We can't wait to get started for kickoff. And by the turnout here today, I have a feeling that you guys can't either. For all of us to bring more football to this great community. And the first game, of course, is going to feature the Birmingham Stallions in this gorgeous, brand new stadium that looks just amazing on television, as good as any stadium in the country. Along with our broadcast partner, NBC, John Miller, thank you very much for coming today to represent NBC to see. So we also have another great announcement today. The Birmingham Stallions on April 16th in the first game are going to take on, of course, none other than the New Jersey Generals, one of the great famous teams from the USFL. So not only will that game, the Stallions versus the Generals, be in prime time, but for the first time in more than 60 years since Super Bowl I, both Fox and NBC are going to broadcast the exact same game on two broadcast networks. So making history for the first time in 60 years since Super Bowl I. It's going to be an unprecedented event. So NBC is going to do the pregame, the halftime, the postgame. We're going to produce the game at Fox Sports. And people just aren't going to be able to miss it on that opening night. That's enough for me today. thank you so much for coming out. And now I'm going to hand it back to JJ. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Mr. Shanks. Before we introduce our next guest to come up here, I have two USFL executives I want to mention. Ed Hartman and Mr. Brian Woods. Thanks for being here, guys. All right, next up, he was one of the youngest mayors in the United States. Now he can be called the mayor of Sportstown, I guess you might say. Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for our illustrious mayor of Birmingham, Mayor Randall Woodson.
Good morning, everyone. It's good to see you all. It's exciting to be here this morning. Let me mind my manners. I know Eric, by the way, thank you. Eric, as far as all the things you've done to get us to this point and the entire Fox sports team that's present. But I do want to acknowledge my president of the Birmingham City Council, Wardine Alexander, and her entire city council and her colleagues that are present, which she'll probably do in a minute and a little deeper. And the state senators that are present, state representatives that are present, the county commissioners that are present, especially my colleague, County Commissioner Sheila Tyson, who's both her, as well as to my colleagues on the BJCC board. I see you all attached and I receive. I want to be the first to say welcome. Welcome home to the USFL. So, you know, Birmingham has a deep history as a sports town and a connection to USFL. Wardine Alexander likes to remind me that this is a sports town and you have super sports fans here. I'm not sure if y'all heard that course. Just maybe they should keep the door open. We're gathered in a venue that brings together the connection of what regional cooperation really looks like in vision. And so we're excited to be the city to host this inauguration. Our commitment as well to Legion Field cannot go not said. That being the choice home for the entire inaugural season, both stadiums, this is really, really a big deal for our community, everybody. And so I look forward to cheering on the Stallions, not only here at this stadium, but Legion Field. And as Eric has said, Birmingham has a lot to offer. Both of these stadiums will have a lot to offer, and we look forward to playing and being committed to be a good host. With that said, I want to bring on my colleague, President of the Birmingham City Council, Wardine Alexander. Thank you, everybody.
Good morning, everyone. If I could ask the members of the council to please join me. It is a wonderful day here in the city of Birmingham. And if you'll just give me a moment for personal privilege, I have to be excited about football. My dad was a football coach and a basketball coach. So I spent some time in the locker room. I know when the guys would come over, I was the most popular girl in town. Because I had all the football players and the basketball players at our house. I think my sister Nan is out there in the audience. So it reminds me of the work and diligence that goes on with the game of football. As president of the Birmingham City Council, it is my honor to welcome you to this momentous occasion. The moment before us is a historic accomplishment for the city of Birmingham. It could not have been made possible. Tremendous collaborative effort where each one of us shared one vision. I'd like to give special thanks to the mayor of the city of Birmingham, Randall Woodson, the Greater Birmingham Convention Bureau, the Birmingham City, thank you, and last but not least, the United States Football League. Thank you so much for entrusting this vision in the city of Birmingham. Without each of these partners' time, diligence, and commitment, none of this would have been possible. From the bottom of our hearts, we say thank you. I speak on behalf of the entire council and the city when I say, welcome to the Magic City. We are thrilled here in Birmingham, and we can't wait until the season starts so that you can experience firsthand the passion and pride our citizens hold in the hearts of the city and their team. And this will be our team. We're glad to have you as a partner and look forward to each and very many successful years here. As ecstatic as we are at the return of professional football and the incredible honor to host the inaugural season, this moment really extends beyond football. This opportunity allows us to showcase and promote what we love as Birmingham, as a national attraction in a way unlike you've ever experienced. Every time citizens come to Legion Field or this new protected stadium, they will delight in the fact that they're supporting their city in more ways than one. That's because a part of the proceeds generated during these games goes directly towards making Birmingham